I'm human. I don't feel sorry for you. I don't give a.
I want you to feel sorry for me. I want you to hear me out. I'm sorry that I did that to you.
Oh my God, y'all. I'm rooting for Kordell and Serena. I'm rooting for them. That last scene? Are you kidding me? That was the realest shit that I've seen on reality TV in a long time. When I tell you, I started typing notes when she pulled him over there. And then I stopped because I was just like, two niggas. And when I say two niggas, like this is two black people, like blacker than black, arguing. None of that code switching, none of that, you know what, washed. Like that was some real shit. I'm rooting for them. I got a lot of thoughts. So y'all pull up a chair. Put up, because I'm in mine. Get you a snack, because we about to debunk this whole thing. One of the best episodes of reality TV in a long time. Please thumbs up the video. Y'all was doing it. The one I did on Friday, y'all did that. Do it again. Drop the comments. I know y'all going to be in the comments. I know y'all got a lot to say. Subscribe. If you are new, subscribe, because we're going to be here. We're going to be here. Best season ever. But, yeah. I know it was discourse in my last comments, in my last video. In the comments, there was half people rooting for Serena, half people rooting for Kordell. I was in the middle. I'm not on nobody's team. Honestly, I don't know these people. But now I'm team Kordell and Serena. I am. Like, that last scene finished it for me. I'm rooting for them because it's clear they convinced me. I feel like they in love with each other. I do. You don't have that much passion and that much emotion. That much. If you don't really fuck with each other like that, and they fuck with each other like that. Serena, we said it at the beginning. I've said it before. I felt like she was playing in his face, but I feel like she was doing it to guard herself because she knew that she possibly could get to this point with him, and I feel like she finally got to that point. Call me delusional. I feel that. I do. You don't act that way if you ain't really feeling it for somebody. Some people said it was because she feels like she's embarrassed. Maybe so, but I feel like it's a little bit deeper than that. I do. And Kordell, we all know that man was, the minute he laid eyes on that girl, he was in love with her. Like the way he literally was trying his best to just get her to show him some little bit of attention. And then the way he was acting this whole episode, that boy did not smile the entire episode. That tells me how he's feeling. But let's go. I done kind of already gave y'all a debrief, so let's go. So the girls are walking away from the fire pit after everything that happened. Janae is crying. She feels embarrassed. She knows she's not really doing shit. And she's getting this shit going back to back. Like she's back to back getting and catching L's. Like nobody's really choosing her. So she's tired of it. Kendall is talking about how he knew it would be a crazy reaction when they brought the girls back, but not like this. Rob is telling Kordell that he knows that he has to have that conversation at some point with Serena, and Kordell knows that he has to do it, but he knows Serena's not going to go for it. Like, she's not going to want to hear him talk, and he knows that. Kendall is now talking about the girls were ruthless and there's a lot of damage control that needs to happen. I'm like, I can't wait for them to get into your ass, and I'm glad Serena did it. Serena did what I wanted her to do, but we gonna get to it. But Kendall said all that. Aaron goes over to hug Janae. He's pretty much telling her that she needs to have a one-on-one conversation with Kenny, and she asked him if they kissed, talking about him in Ice Age, Sid from Ice Age. That's what I was going to say about her last night that I was trying to hold myself from doing, but the way she acted, I'm going to say it today. She asked if they had kissed outside of the challenges, and he said that they did, but it was not, like, it was just today, like that day whenever they came over to do the recoupling. Liv ends up coming in to break up that conversation. She pulls Janae away. Daniela and the Casa girls are up there still on there talking to, I forget who they was talking to. I think it was Rob. And Daniela saying that was mean, and is that how they are? I'm like, be for real. Like, if you were in their shoes, you would be mad too. Like what they said. You look at the ratio, the girls only brought back one dude. The boys brought back every single girl except for two. And then you knowing what you did, you of all people, you need to shut up. And it's funny too, because Daniela, she got a lot of mouth. But when she got confronted, she freaked out. Same thing with Daya. I was saying Daya and I got a lot of comments for her at the beginning, but she did what she was supposed to do at the end. But we'll get to it. We'll get to it. I'm not trying to jump the gun, but stay with me, y'all, because I'm gonna be looking at a lot of these. I'm trying to get all this out. But Daya says that she's not gonna be childish and argue with people. Aaron ends up telling Serena that he'll explain everything and tells her to go talk to the girls and they can explain it as well. Serena said, I ain't speaking to them hoes. Like, I'm not talking to them. And she walked away. Aaron and Kayla. She's talking about how she wants to hate him so bad. And he's trying to grab her. And she said, I want to hate you so bad. And she's sitting there smiling. I said, this bitch couldn't even stand on 10 for 10 minutes. I told y'all she was not going to do it. And I was only giving her the benefit of the doubt for that moment because I was reacting to the episode, but I knew she wasn't standing on shit. The one that was going to stand on the shit was the one that stood on the shit. But, well, both of them that stood on the shit. I'm including Janae in that as well. But, she's telling him to stay away from her as she's sitting there smiling and smirking. I said, you are KK Jr. Like, this is ridiculous. But Aaron says that, they only saw a 1 minute video and they've been there for 4 days. I'm like, still 1 minute or 10 seconds. They still heard what you said. Like, you literally said you wanted to kiss her. That's all she needed. And that didn't even take me 5 seconds to say. So if you're talking about a 1 minute and 10 second video, you said what you needed to say in 10 seconds. That's all they needed to hear. But Serena is talking to Rob and Miguel, the two snakes. Rob and Miguel are sitting there saying that Daya had genuinely liked Kordell, but he's been talking about Serena nonstop, pretty much kind of gassing Serena up, telling her, like, yes, he got her over here, but he's been talking about you. He's been all about you. Miguel ends up saying that it wasn't a moment where he didn't say that he was still trying to get to know Serena, even when he was talking to Daya. Serena ends up saying, but it's one thing with being respectful and getting to know somebody or just being disrespectful. And she feels like with him kissing on her and doing all that stuff and like the dry humping, that was disrespectful. Which, like, I want to address, I feel like Kordell had the right to go over there and explore and get to know whoever he wanted to get to know. But if he came out his mouth as he said, because if you think back when she went on that date with Nigel, he said like he would have felt like it would have been disrespectful for her to kiss Nigel, knowing that they was coupled up. And she even said the same thing. So if you're saying that it would be disrespectful and then you go out here and do it, then stand on what you said. So yes, it would be disrespectful. But they said that they didn't know about the dry humping. Of course they didn't know because they weren't in the room. Or even if they were in the room, I don't think they were in the room at that time. I know it was in the morning, but they couldn't see it. But Serena then ends up starting to cry because she said that she had told him before he left that she had not disrespected him and she's never opened up because of her past. And he said he was going to take care of her. People say that she disrespected him. Yes, she played in his face, but she never crossed that line on him. When it comes to like knowing, because she knew that Kordell liked her. And she could have played in his face even worse by actually kissing on dudes outside of challenges, like throwing that shit in his face. So she's not lying when she says she didn't disrespect him in that way. Yes, she played in his face. Yes, she embarrassed him. I've already addressed that before. If you didn't already know, go watch the recaps. Go watch the other ones. But I mean, I see where she's coming from. But she said she's over him. She said, I'm done with him. Miguel ends up telling her to take her time and she needs to hear him out to let him clarify everything. So then we get Leah, Kenny, and Kordell. They're having a conversation, and Leah is pretty much telling them that they've been so considerate of all the guys, and it sucks that they were over there having a ball. They sent every man home but one, and it makes them not want to be loyal to them because they brought back damn near every girl. Leah ends up telling Kenny that that Janae really liked him and that it hurt her to see him come back with somebody else, knowing that they was trying to build something. And Kenny says that it hurt him too, but he feels like he needs to go talk to her. Leah feels that Janae would hear Kenny out. Or no, she says that she feels like she would hear Kenny out if she was Janae. So basically she's saying like she feels like Janae should actually listen to him and hear what he got to say. Kordell says that he fucked up and he pretty much asked her about the video, and Leah was pretty much saying it was trashy. I wouldn't say it was trashy per se, because if you in a relationship or if you're physically attracted to somebody, you're going to do that. The trashy part, what looks trashy, is the fact that y'all only knew each other for X amount of days and y'all already at this point. Like I said, I said it before, I don't feel like it's a problem. I feel like if people fuck on the first day, I don't care. That's you. I don't feel like it's a problem. But I mean, I see where they're coming from. Like if you building with somebody and you putting all this energy into somebody and you keep reassuring them on a consistent basis, like they have 3 weeks prior to him seeing Daya, being all about Serena, and you go straight to that point after 2 or 3 days, I can see where they see that. But Kordell said that he brought her back because he wanted to see what connection was stronger between him and Serena or him and Daya. So Leah ends up telling him that Serena was crying. She was missing him. She was sleeping outside with mosquitoes. Kordell was pretty much saying that he told her how he felt about Serena, talking about Daya. Told her that they can't keep kissing, but it still happened. And he feels like he disrespected a person, talking about Serena. And he knows that he likes her. He feels like he fucked up. Like he knows that he fucked up. Kordell, he has been taking a lot of accountability for it the entire time, which is, like I said, I know he's a good dude. Like you could tell he means well. He just didn't get the attention that he wanted and that he should have gotten from Serena. And that's, I feel wrong saying should have gotten, because she shouldn't, if she didn't want to throw it on him that quick, she shouldn't have had to. And she shouldn't do it. And I don't feel like she should have, because like she respects herself. If she doesn't want to give you all of that, she doesn't have to. And I feel like, and I said it before, I feel like me, if I want a relationship, I want the woman to give me a challenge. I want her to hold out. Because if you get it too quick, why do I want to continue to pursue it? Like, why do I want to pursue it? That's something that I want to work for. I want to earn that. Because me, I want my wife, I want to know that my wife is not easy. Like, she didn't give it up to me too quick. She made me work for it. That's why I feel the way I feel about how Serena is handling it, as opposed to how I felt with Daya. When I say Daya should have some shame, I feel like she should have some shame, considering how when Kordell walked in there, he had his head down. You could tell he was not proud of what he did. If you as a woman are walking in with a man and he's not proud of coming in here with you, you should feel like shit. She didn't feel like shit. But Kendall and Nicole, they end up going up to Soul Ties talking. I did not write not a single note. I did not care. I don't care about them too. Aaron and Kayla, they go and chat on the dock. Kayla don't stand on shit. This bitch is weak. Weak. Aaron ends up saying that he's going to be honest and be transparent with her. He was lying. He says that he went in the first day and stated that he liked oh girl. She then says that she brought Rob back. She said the girl brought Rob back, and I don't know what I I don't know what I wrote. I'm assuming that I wrote that Kayla said that Daniela brought Rob back, and he goes around. Yes, okay. So then Aaron goes around it, pretty much saying like, yes, that's what he did. He brought her back, and she's saying, I'm confused. Like, why is she here? Like, if you said that you liked her and it wasn't really anything, so why is she here with Rob? Like, I'm confused. So he then claims that Rob and Daniela expressed interest, but Rob took a step back because Aaron and Daniela were getting to know each other. Aaron then tells her that they kissed in the challenges, and Kayla said, so you pecked her a couple times, and he said yes, and that was it. Lies. You didn't peck her. You was full-fledged, like aggressively making out, tonguing down her numerous times outside of the challenges as well. So Kayla starts crying, saying that she didn't move like that in here. Jalen tried to kiss her, and she kissed him on the cheek. He starts apologizing. She says don't apologize because that's what you wanted to do, which is true. So I'm like, and I agree with that. I feel like you shouldn't apologize for something that you wanted to do. If you feel like you hurt somebody and you feel sorry for hurting that person, then you apologize. I don't believe that Aaron feels sorry for it. Aaron is a gamer, and we'll get to it later. But she ends up asking if he cuddled her, and he said that they did. But then she tells him about the video, and she tells him that she still slept outside because she wasn't doing the whole tit for tat thing. Like when she saw the video, she still slept outside, even though she could have easily went and slept with a dude, but she's not doing the tit for tat shit because she's in love with him. But she continues to whine, and he sits there with this deadpan look on his face. And in my mind, I'm like, he's sitting there thinking, oh shit, the money is gone. Like I just lost the money. In his mind, he thinks that him and Kayla are cakewalking to the end with the money so that he can snatch that shit from her. But that's what I thought he was looking at. He had that deadpan face. He then claims that he wouldn't want to walk in solo, and he wouldn't walk in solo if he really liked that other girl. And I'm like, you still have her in the villa, though. You still found a way to get her in that villa, and it was strategic as to why you did it. But whatever. He's blowing smoke up her ass. She's crying, but she gonna fold, and of course she does. Already, she's sitting there smirking and like trying to flirt with him, saying that she's so glad that he's back. Told him that he got some ass kissing to do. Please. He ain't got no ass kissing to do. You done gave him he literally has you back already. He ends up asking for a hug, and guess what she does? Give it to him. Bird, you are a bird. But she then goes over to Liv talking about how stupid she is. literally saying everything that they just talked about, showing and exhibiting how dumb she is. I ain't got nothing else to say about that. Liv ends up deciding that she wants to go be nice to the Casa Amor girls who are sitting over there on them couches. She goes over there and introduces herself to them. Daya claims that Aaron is the sweetest person and was so happy to come back to Kayla. I said that's bullshit. Daniela is sitting there talking about the guys are so nice, but the girls are mean. I'm like, Daniela, shut up. The one that they should be meanest to you of all people, because you was A-okay with going over there and like infiltrating shit over there. Like you the messiest one out of all of them. But Daya said it would have been worse if they were saying something back to them whenever they was going off. Them girls had every right to snap the way they did because like they were with these dudes for weeks. Y'all have only been with them for 3 days. For y'all to sit here and act like they don't have a right to be upset, it's crazy to me. It's crazy to me because if you were in their shoes, you would be the same way. It doesn't make any sense to me. But Leah and Serena, they're having a conversation. Serena wants Kordell to jump into the fire pit. She's hot, pissed. Leah says that she pretty much asked her if she would talk to him. And she says, like, if he wants to get told off, I'll talk to him. And that's what she did, though. But Leah is inspired by Serena's ability to respect herself and stand on business. Serena does not like the disrespect. She said the fact that he brought this girl back and pretty much knows that Serena has to sit and watch it, it hurts her. Leah ends up saying that, pretty much telling her about Kordell saying that how he fucked up and how they sent 5 guys home and they brought all these bitches back, making it harder for them to trust them. Kordell ends up pulling Daya to go talk. He lets her know that he isn't forgetting about her because of what happened, and he does need to talk to Serena and clarify things. It doesn't mean that he's disregarding her feelings, and he apologizes for what he said up there on that stage that might have made her feel some type of way. Daya ends up saying that the theatrics were extra, and she doesn't let people disrespect her. I said, if they were disrespectful, you could have opened your mouth and said something if you don't let people disrespect you. Because if you felt like you were disrespected, you damn sure didn't say anything about it. That's the thing with Daya that I don't like. She was popping a lot of shit behind people's back, but didn't say anything to their face. But we'll get to it later on. Kordell ends up saying if he's being honest, he deserved all that shit. Kordell, he's a good dude. He's a really good dude because like you can tell he feels bad. Like he's owning all this shit that he did, even though I don't feel like he's entirely wrong. But then again, he is kind of wrong. I'm 50-50 with it. But she claims that he didn't deserve all of that and Serena needs to get over it. I'm like, shut up. Because like, regardless of how Serena treated him before, she got to that point to where she decided to open up to him. Whether y'all believe it or not, she did it. And I can see where she's coming from because I'm the type of person that don't open up to people like that either. And when I do, and you turn around and do that to me, I'm going to flip out on you too. But Daya says that Serena can be mad, but she doesn't need to degrade people. And clearly everybody can't communicate like adults. I'm like, you can't police how somebody handles a situation. You can't. Even though I'm about to police Serena for what she did. But Kendall goes up trying to apologize to Kayla. Her weak ass took that shit. Both of them are weak as fuck. Rob is sitting there feeding her bullshit too, and she's sitting there eating it up too. Like, I can't stand them 3. I cannot stand them. But Janae ends up asking Kenny to talk. Kenny meets her upstairs. Janae ends up asking why he brought her back, talking about why you brought Ice Age back. He ends up saying that he needs to test what he and Janae have. I said, like, for what? Like I said, if you have something good, why do you want to test it? I don't understand it. But she asked him if they kissed outside of the challenge. He said one time she starts crying, saying that hurts because she's not the girl to fight for a man. I said, exactly. I respect a woman like that. Like, if you're, and when I say not fight for a man, if you don't have that man already, I just don't feel like a woman should be fighting for a man's attention. I don't. And that's coming from a man myself. And I'm not fighting. That's the thing, though. I'm not fighting no man for a woman's attention either, though. That's just what I'm saying. You either mine or you not. If somebody else can get your attention, then you're not mine. That's just how I feel about it. And that's how she feels. If she's got your attention and you feel like you need to bring her to this house, then you have her. That's basically what she's saying. And she's pretty much saying, like, I'm not going to have you. I'm not no pick me. I'm not going to sit here and try and make you pick me. So she says that I will never try convincing a dude that I'm better than the other bitch. Like, I'm not convincing you that I'm better than the next bitch. I know my worth. Kenny looks like he's about to cry. He ends up telling her that he cares about her. She says that you didn't care enough to come back single. You don't understand the amount of times that I've taken so many L's in here. She ends up telling him that she likes him so much and wants him happy. So go ahead and be happy. Go focus on her. I can't do this shit no more. Because she's pretty much doing the same shit Serena was doing. Kenny ends up saying that he doesn't want to be here unless he's with Janae. I do feel like he does like Janae a lot more than he does old girl. I do feel like he genuinely likes Janae, which is crazy because they keep sabotaging themselves. But she ends up giving him a hug and says, "I wish you nothing but the best, but fuck this." And like it was some soap opera shit because she walked off and he's just standing there. He's standing up there. He comes downstairs. Serena and Leah are walking by in the walkway. He walks by. They come up to him. He's boohoo crying, like boohoo crying. And I'm like, he's crying because he lost his baddie. Like that's the type of crying that you do when you lose a bad bitch. But Leah looked like she was trying not to laugh when she was trying to hug him. Serena looked hilarious because Serena's so small trying to hug him, who was so tall. It was so funny. But they start getting ready for bed. As they're getting ready for bed, Daya is sitting there crying to Sierra, saying that she caters to people's feelings, but she feels like hers aren't being taken into account because of them other bitches over there. I said they've been with these girls for 3 weeks. Be for real. Be for real. Kordell and Daya, they're lying in the bed. Serena is asking Nicole and Kendall because Serena is looking this way. Daya and Kordell over here. I'm Serena, Kendall and Nicole are sitting on the edge of the bed next to Serena looking at this way so they can see Kordell and Daya. And she's asking if they are cuddling in the bed. And Kendall ends up saying yes. Or no, I don't think he said yes, but she ended up saying, "I want him to burn in hell. Burn, bitch." And it was funny because Kordell is laying there on his back, he's really not even looking at Daya. Daya is sitting there trying to kiss him on the cheek. Serena stood on business. She stood on business. Kayla did not. Serena did not talk to Kordell that entire day. Kayla talked to Aaron in like 2 seconds. And then her bird ass is sitting out there because she told him too that they was gonna not lay in the same bed, but she outside in soul ties with Aaron. Weak. But the next morning, Serena ends up waking up saying that she wishes that she could tell, because she's talking to Kendall. "I wish that I could tell y'all that it's good to have y'all back." Kendall says that's the most diabolical shit. You were saying the most diabolical shit last night. And she said, "I meant every motherfucking word." I died laughing. But Daya ends up telling Catherine about the unnecessary comments. She hopes that the boys don't forget the connections that they made. She's still talking shit. Just talking shit. But Kayla ends up saying to the girls that, "I know y'all are like that weak bitch." Janae said, "You said it, not us." I hollered. I'm like, Janae keep it real too. But Kayla ends up saying it's not like it's back to normal, but he's owned up to it. And I know deep down he's a great guy. Fuck on somewhere. Kordell ends up making Serena and Daya some breakfast. And that bacon looked good as fuck. But he is so scared to go up there and take it to him. So Rob is trying to coach Kordell on how to deliver it. So they go walking up the stairs. Serena sees him coming in, turns her eyes the other way. He gives Daya her food first, comes over to give Serena her food. And as he's walking up, she said, "Don't do that. Don't do that." He keeps coming and she takes the food and turns it and smashes it on her. I said, "Serena, you should not have done that. You should not have done that. That boy cooked that food for you. You done wasted some good food. That food looked good as fuck." And he was like, he took it on the chin. I was like, she shouldn't have did that though. I did not like that she did that. But Janae ends up saying he's trying and I support his attempt. I was like, yeah, I agree. But Serena says that you ain't going to be able to have your cake and eat it too. Like you made your bed, so go hump in it. She is standing on business. But Kenny ends up making Catherine breakfast. Sierra is sitting there crying. She said, "I am sick because Miguel is making everybody else breakfast but me." When I tell you I hollered. I'm like, she is not sitting here crying over this. I was like, you gotta be for real. But she's like, "Why am I here? He's not even talking to me. The switch up is crazy." I'm like, this is crazy. But then again, I'm like, if Miguel is out here cooking people breakfast and gave everybody but her breakfast first, it's crazy. Because you brought her back. If anybody should be getting breakfast first from Miguel, it should be Sierra and Leah. But Kendall ends up asking Miguel if he's going to give Sierra any of his time. He said, yeah, he's going to get to know both of the girls. So they start talking about how Kane is easy on the eyes. This is the Casa More girls. Sierra saying, yeah, like act the fuck right. Like, yeah, Miguel, get it together because I'll go over here and talk to him. But Danielle is sitting there saying that Rob is genuine and he has to deal with a lot of bullshit with these girls. I'm like, what bullshit? He is the bullshit. Like, shut up. I don't like Danielle. I don't like her at all. But Miguel ends up coming over there with breakfast for Sierra. He was making her the breakfast. She cried for no reason. But Kordell is stating that he should have dialed everything back He's a super physical person, so whenever he got it, he was caught up in the moment. He's really feeling it. You could tell. He's sitting there talking to, I think he was talking to Aaron. He's talking about how the shit with Serena is hard. Like it's taking a toll on him. You could tell. He knows that Serena feels disrespected, and Aaron says eventually she'll come around, and you just got to be honest, and she'll make the decision from there, and you just got to deal with it from there. Serena is saying that she's pissed. Leah is saying Kordell told Daya after the bed moment that he told her they can't keep doing it. Serena then says that she just wants everybody to leave her the fuck alone. And Kordell just hates making a woman feel that way. Like he's literally beating himself over it. He feels bad. And I do believe he does. But Miguel ends up pulling Kayla to check up on her. She's talking about how it felt good sleeping with Aaron, but she still got thoughts. Shut up. Shut up. Miguel ends up playing damage control, pretty much trying to big up Aaron. Miguel is messy. There's a lot of messy niggas in here, a bunch of messy ones. But Kayla she's still wrapped around Aaron. But she ends up saying that she forgives him, but she's not forgetting. I'm like, shut up. Shut up. But Kendall ends up coming over there saying what he did, pretty much talking about him kissing Daniela. He said that he felt beside himself because he knew it wasn't right to kiss her. But I'm like, you wasn't saying that in Casa Amor. You was over there like, go for it. I love it. I love it. They heard you saying that shit. Like, shut up. That's why I want him to get his. But Serena delivered. We're going to get to it. Kenny and Ice Age, they're talking. He's pretty much asking her how she's feeling. She says she felt like it was rude how Janae was asking about whose connection is better. How is that rude? She was dealing with him before you, so why would she not ask that question? And it's funny how she had all this energy too, but you, out of everybody, came walking in there like you saw a damn ghost. Like you are a meme on Twitter because of it. Like them eyes was big. You was scared as shit. But Kenny ends up telling her the reason why he chose to bring her in was to continue their connection. He said he didn't communicate it effectively, even though it should have been said. I'm like, you didn't say that to Janae, though. Like, he pretty much was telling Janae that he brought her back, but he really wanted Janae. But you sitting here telling her another thing. I'm like, this is what I'm talking about. Y'all don't keep it real. Like, it's too much back and forth shit. But Catherine says she feels like she can't even kiss him without eyes on her. I'm like, why are you worried about other people watching you? If you feel that way, then do it. Like, kiss the dude. Like, if that's what you want, that's what you want. You just scared. You a scary ass bitch. But Kendall is in the kitchen with Janae and Kordell, and he's pretty much telling Janae not to be fazed by it. Janae said, I ain't worried about that girl. Like, I'm not worried about her. Sierra and Daya, they're having a conversation. Sierra's asking Daya how she's doing, and if she's talked to Kordell, said that she's going through a lot, and she said she's giving him space. She then says that she knew it was going to be awkward, but she didn't know it was going to be all of this. Sierra says it's so much emotion going on in the house. She knows that Kordell likes her, but Serena's been so wishy-washy, and Daya came in and gave him everything he wanted. Yes, she did, but that can also be a problem because you look easy. It is. Yes, I feel like Kordell definitely deserved a lot more, but like giving it to him that quick, the way she did, if Kordell would have took it immediately, she would have thrown that shit on him real quick. That's how I feel. I'm convinced by that. But Sierra said that Daya isn't getting the reassurance from Kordell that she needs, even though she feels like she don't have nothing to worry about. Kane and Liv, they're getting to know each other. I didn't jot anything down. Serena and Aaron, they're talking. She's pretty much asking him how he's feeling. He's saying that he's disappointed. She doesn't understand why they felt like just because they weren't with the girls, that they didn't feel like they needed to respect them. And as they're having this conversation, Kordell and Daya are playing ping pong. He's asking her how she's doing. She says it's hard because she wants to be hugging up on him and being super physical with him, but she's being respectful and giving him his space. She then says that she hopes that him and Serena can have a conversation to talk everything and figure it out so he can figure out what his next move will be and who he wants to be with. Serena ends up talking and saying that she's still talking to Aaron, saying that she wanted for Kordell to want to recouple with this girl after 3 days, after they've been together since day one. Is crazy, and she starts crying. She is crying. Aaron is consoling her. Like I said, this is where I knew she started to really develop feelings for him. Y'all think she's crying because her feelings are hurt and she feels embarrassed, but I feel like it's a combination of both. Miguel and Leah, they finally have their conversation. Everybody starts cheering because Miguel ends up pulling her. They go upstairs. Liv is like, why is everybody screaming? And she looks to her left and sees them walking up, and then she starts screaming. But he ends up telling her that he still wants to get to know her. He wants to explore her because coming back, it pretty much solidified the feelings that he has for her. Pretty much giving her all of this reassurance that he still wants to get to know her, even though he's still going to get to know Sierra. Whatever. They start talking about the challenges, kissing outside of the challenges. He said that he did. Leah says, that's what I told Janae. I was telling her it's not the end of the world. Miguel says, but I understand where Janae's coming from because she feels mugged off. Like, I feel like I'm being played with at this point. So he understands her side. I'm like, how is Miguel the one that understands this, but you don't, Leah? Leah says she understands it too, but she took it on the chin. Like, this happened to me before, but I took it on the chin. I said, because you don't value yourself like that. You don't value yourself like Janae does, Leah. You okay with being a pass around? She's not. Miguel ends up doing damage control for Kordell, pretty much telling. I should have wrote this part down, but I already know what it is. He's pretty much telling Leah that Kordell had told Daya that he's 90% going to stay with Serena and 10% with Daya. Keep that in mind. Danielle and Rob, they having a conversation. It's a big to them. I don't like either one of them. Fuck them. We keeping it moving. The trio is upstairs. Leah, Janae, and Serena. They're kind of downloading each other on the conversations they've had. Leah's happy about where things are with her and Miguel. Janae says she hates how they all stated that they don't want the people that they brought back, but still brought them back. And it's like she don't understand why they saying this whenever they see them. It's like why you couldn't just have that same energy when you was over there and then come back single instead of bringing these girls back just to come back and tell us that you still want to be with us. Serena ends up saying, like, why would you bring her back and not stand 10 toes on it? I said, exactly. But, y'all, I'm literally running out of breath. But she said, you know me, and I'm not going to stand for that shit. Talking about Kordell knows Serena. And I'm like, yeah, she definitely ain't going to stand for it. But Leah ends up telling her that Miguel had told her about the 90-10 situation. Serena says, like, no hate, no disrespect, but I just can't respect it. Like, I would not respect. And Leah said that too. Leah said, I wouldn't respect if a man told me I'm 10% to the other girl's 90. You shouldn't respect that. You shouldn't. But Serena says that she's going to have a conversation with him, but she ain't ready for it because she know he going to get read down. And Serena says that it would have been a different situation outside of the house. I said, AKA, she would have knocked that nigga out. Like, she probably would have hit him. But everybody gets ready for the night. Kayla pulls Rob to the side to get down to the bottom of Daniela and Aaron. I'm like, why don't you go to the source? Why you keep pulling everybody but Daniela? Pull her to the side. But she's stating that she's confused and wants to know the truth. Rob is sitting there saying he's not going to lie for Aaron as he proceeds to lie for Aaron. She ends up saying that Casa Moore, was he going ham out there? He said no. Kayla ends up saying that she's not trying to judge him, but she's disappointed in her. I said, disappointed in Daniela for what? She don't owe you nothing. Like, she's not the one that you laying with. Crazy. Like, this girl is a weirdo. But Rob ends up saying how Aaron's always talking about Kayla and how he hates the way that he did her and he's regretting it. Bullshit. He pretty much tells her that Aaron is 100% there for her. No, he's not. He's 100% there for her because he knows that they can get the money. Or at least he thinks they can get the money. But Kendall and Aaron, they pretty much are calling Rob over to get the download. He downloads them on everything, says it's going to take time. Kayla then finally pulls Daniela. Both of them look scared to talk to each other, which I think is funny too because they both try to act like they're so hard, but they're not. But Kayla says, I just want clarity. She wants to know, was Aaron transparent with her and like what happened? Like, if you felt so comfortable, like if you feel comfortable telling me what happened. Daniela says that she opened up to him a lot and she asked if they could share a bed together. And he said, it's fine, but there are rules and he needs to be respectful. She stopped there. Kayla ends up interjecting and saying, but he told me that y'all share kisses. Daniela was not going to mention that shit. I know for a fact, I will go down in my grave with this. I know for a fact she was not going to say anything. If Kayla didn't say anything about it, she wouldn't have said nothing about it. But Kayla ends up saying, like, what you felt with Aaron, was it real? Because I'm confused as to why it went down the way it did. Daniela said it felt right. Like, after that, it felt right. I felt like it could have been something that could have been processed a little bit more. It could have went a little further, but he wanted to stay friends after he processed everything and wanted to be with you. Kayla sitting there smiling super hard because Daniela's pretty much telling her like he wanted you. Because somebody in my comments told me, because I don't watch the After Sun, but somebody told me the girls that got eliminated, they were on Casa Amor or on the After Sun saying that when she screamed "fuck Casa Amor," that's when Aaron switched it to turn it off with Daniela. So he's playing a game and she eating it up. But she said that she loves Aaron and she loves Kayla. I said lies, lies. But Kayla says it's a huge weight off her shoulders. And Kayla says that she cares so much about Aaron and it's more than like. And Danielle's like, oh, it's love, love. I love that for you. I'm a lover girl, whatever. But she then goes over to Sierra and Daya and pretty much tells them, and they're like, so it went well. And she was like, yeah, it went well, but I freaked out and lied about us not cuddling on the first day. Daya says, well, it's Aaron's place to address it. I said, that's true, but now she looks phony because if he don't address it, movie night is going to be addressed, and then you're going to look even crazier because you lied in that girl's face. But Miguel and Kordell, they're over on the dock having a conversation. This is where it all starts. Let me drink this drink real quick because I'm going to need some energy. Hold on. All right. They're talking. Kordell is feeling like a piece of shit because this one time he fucked up, and he fucked up hard. And he feels like everything's fucked up between him and Serena. Miguel tells him that he hopes that Serena gives him the chance to say his piece. As they're talking, Daya pulls Serena to talk. This is where they all went wrong. Because you let Daya get to Serena first, everything's going to get cleared up. Because them boys been lying to Serena. We're going to get to it. Miguel says that he understands where Serena is at. But when they started out, she friend-zoned him, which is true. Now he's got Daya, who is giving him all the attention that he deserves, so he needs to figure out which one makes more sense. Miguel is trying to work his angle with getting Kordell to turn against Serena so Serena can get the fuck out of here. It all started to click for me. These boys, Miguel, Kendall, Rob, Aaron, they know that Kordell and Serena stand the strongest chance at winning the money. They know them two are the fan favorites. So they trying to work their angle to get Kordell to get her out of here so it's easier for them to win. Watch this. I'm about to cook. So Daya and Serena, they sit down. Daya sits and asks Serena, do you want to know what happened in Castlemore? She said, yeah, go ahead and tell me. Daya says she's super handsy, not in a sexual way, but it's different from you and Cordell's relationship. You are sexual. Stop lying. It's okay, but just own it. She feels that their connection was strong, but he's been honest with her from the beginning. He pretty much stated that it's going to take a lot for Daya to turn his head away from Serena. But Daya said that she showed him a lot in the small moment, in the small amount of time, which is why she feels like that's why he brought her back. Serena then brings up the 90-10 situation. This is when it all starts to make sense. She said, like, I heard that he told you that it's like 90% in my court and 10% in yours. Daya shot it down, said that never happened. We never had that conversation. Serena's like, oh, okay. Daya says that we were on each other all the time, not in a sexual way. Lies. That is a lie. But Miguel ends up telling Kordell that he wasn't wrong for questioning his relationship with Serena. That is true. So, but he's over there working it. He's working it. Daya is now telling Serena how Kendall and Miguel was championing their connection. So this is where Serena starts to click. Because Kendall and Miguel are the ones telling her how Kordell was all about them. Her and Serena. Or her and Kordell. Daya is literally telling it all. But Daya is smirking as she's saying all this. Daya knows what she's doing. Like, she's getting a kick out of this. But Serena ends up saying, when she talked to the boys, they told me that Kordell preferred me over you. And Daya said they're lying. They're lying. She ain't lying, though. They are lying. Serena ends up saying, I'm not going to lie. You can have them. My beef is not with you. It's with Kordell. She gets up. Kendall's trying to talk to Serena. Serena said, fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck Miguel. Fuck Rob. Fuck all y'all boys. All y'all doing is talking shit. I said, I've been waiting for it. Kendall's punk. He's so fake. I can't stand him. Ooh, I can't stand him. But Leah goes chasing after Serena, obviously. Serena says, fuck Miguel. She goes over and sees Miguel over there talking to Kordell. And she said, Miguel, fuck you. You a liar. Told Kordell he got that nappy ass hair. I said, Lord, she is going in. But Kordell goes over to the dock. Not Kordell. Serena goes over to the dock where Kordell and Miguel are. All these L's. Everybody's watching. It's a big old scene. Boy, this is some good shit. Serena ends up saying, y'all about to hear me because y'all got me fucked up. Y'all lying. Told Kordell he was full of shit. He putting on a show. Daya's over there telling Janae everything that she just told Serena. Serena is telling them. And while she's telling Janae, everybody else is around, so everybody else can hear it. Serena is over there telling them that she just talked to Daya. Miguel's trying to ask why she's mad at him. Serena pretty much says, like, all y'all fake as fuck. She walks away because she's about to start crying and she don't want to let them see her crying. Good, I'm glad she did. She says she about to go off on all them bitch ass men. Leah's running after her, trying to console her. She's crying now. She's crying now. Kordell is trying to call for Serena to have a conversation like grown adults. Leah said, Kordell, please. Like, please. Please. Miguel ends up walking away saying for Kordell to go talk to Serena. Serena gets to Daya and thanks her, like, thank you for saying all this shit. Thank you for telling me everything. Miguel ends up asking to talk to Serena. She says no. Serena says, y'all are not my friends, and starts walking away. Daya starts to fill in Miguel on the lies that he spun that Daya ended up debunking. So Janae and Serena are walking off now. Serena's walking up to Kordell saying that he's a piece of shit. He's trying to talk. She says, and as she's walking, she's straight. Like, Serena, it means business. That strut that she had, she meant business. But she motioned for him and he's like, I want to talk. She said, come on in. Come on. Go. That's basically what she said. She said, you are fucked. He said, how am I fucked? She said, speak. Like, say your piece. This is what I'm telling y'all. This was a real, this is probably the most genuine emotion I've seen from two people on reality TV in a long time. And this is where I know I feel like they love each other. But we're gonna get to it. She told him that he's fucked. He's telling her how he, like, I understand that you upset. You have every right to feel the way that you do. I want you to tell me how you feel, which I'm glad he's asking her. So she then says, I gave you quite a bit. Like, you know how I feel. I just put on a whole scene out here. You should know how I feel. So he says, I need to hear it one-on-one. I want to hear it. Like, you coming at me. I understand why you coming at me. I understand why you frustrated. I'm not trying to yell at you, but I'm just telling you, like, I'm frustrated too, because I want to know. I want to hear what you got to say. I want you to tell me so I can figure out how I can make it right. I respect Kordell for doing this the way he is. But she says that you fucked up. Like, you're not respectful in the slightest. You disrespected me. She starts crying. She can't even get it all out because she started crying. She says, you was not considering me, because if you did, you wouldn't have did half the shit that you did. Kordell said, I told you that I felt like I was disrespecting you, and I feel bad for that. Serena says, but you still kept doing it. You still kept doing it. She ain't lying. Serena says, you brought her back to rub it in my face, not intentionally, but you still did it. So stand on that shit. He ends up saying that he wanted to test their relationship. She said, well, you did it. Congratulations. It's tested. I said, damn, they going at it. He then says that he doesn't feel like, he says that he don't feel like they have. Oh, he said that he doesn't feel like him and Daya have way more of a connection than him and Serena, because Serena was like, you brought her back because you clearly have a stronger connection. He said that he doesn't feel that way. He said he told her that he has feelings that are super strong for Serena, but you're getting up there. He's not lying. He did say that. He ends up telling her, like, they're just going back and forth. They're going back and forth. And this is where I got to the point where I stopped really jotting too many notes because I was just taking it all in. They like each other. I do. I truly believe it. These is two niggas that was, and when I say two niggas, like they black like this, not like this. Like, no code switching, like true black dialects going on. They was arguing at each other, screaming at each other. You could tell they really genuinely like each other. They was going back and forth. She walks off crying, saying she's done. He's chasing after her. This is like a damn soap opera / movie. Like, the way they was doing this. She's storming off and he's, Serena, man, come back. No, don't leave me. Like, going back. He's pleading his case to her, taking accountability. She's telling him, like, that's what you want. You got it. Have it. He's like, nah, this ain't what I want. Like, this is basically what it is. And Leah and Janae sitting over there on the side watching it. Janae saying, I fucking hate this man. Fuck. She told him, go get your girl. Like, go get your girl. And that's how it kind of ended. And he's standing there. I'm like, this is some good shit. Boy, that was a good episode. This season is the best. This is the best Love Island season. I'm putting it over any season I've ever watched. But this is hands down the best reality show, best season of reality TV I've ever seen in a long time. Like, this is the best. This is one of the best episodes of reality TV. This is going in the Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame, episode 24. So good. So good. I rambled, but y'all let me know what y'all thought. 45 minutes. That's crazy. Drop y'all's comments down below. I know y'all got a lot. Please thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe. We on the road to 5K. Y'all got me like 500 subscribers in like 2 weeks. We close to 4K. Let's do it again. But I will see y'all tomorrow. Let's go.